Hey you guys, it's Ani. Welcome, my beautiful, beautiful manifestors. I'm so excited for today's video, you guys, this week. Not even this week only, the last few weeks, like the success story emails have been pouring in like crazy. I don't know if you guys saw my short from a few days ago where I was like, you guys, I'm waking up to literally success story emails every morning from you, and I'm loving it. I love it. I just have the assumption that all of my viewers and clients and course clients are successes. So keeps proving itself. Um, I will be sharing 2 successes today. I feel like I need to do 2 each video now, so I don't fall behind on the success stories. I do not want this video to trigger anyone. If you're still waiting for your manifestation or if you're on your journey, please don't let success story videos trigger you. You will be someone that I will read the success story from. Your success story will be read as well. Like same way as all these people sending in their success story, they were like, Ani, I've been watching you, I've been listening to your success stories, and I always wanted to be one, and I'm gonna send you one. Like literally from the first moment we start session, they say that, and now I'm reading theirs. So don't you ever worry about that. Number one. Number two, we're gonna be talking about how to get people to conform to your every want and need. How conforming happens, what you should do to get people to conform, or SP to conform, or your boss to conform, or your family member to conform, money to conform, because money is energy as well. I'm excited to share all of that, you guys. Before we get into the video though, announcement. EFT tapping has helped so many of my clients. I've literally had success stories from the clients I've helped do EFT in session. And now I am offering EFT tapping in an actual course. It's called Ani's EFT Tapping to Manifest Your SP Now. Links will be in the description box down below. I decided to make this course, number one, because I am booked up like crazy, and if you can't get a session with me quick enough to do your EFT to get results even faster than waiting for a session with me, now you can access the course. The course is not only just one tapping, like one round of tapping, it's 3, and it's over an hour, and it's over an hour long, hour and 15 minutes, I believe, the whole course. So a lot of information in there. I show you exactly how I do it. It's not the generic way of doing it. And honestly, it's just such an effective way. Like, I feel like EFT tapping is barely talked about in our community, but it's actually one of the most ancient ways to reprogram your subconscious mind. One of the most ancient techniques. So if you're interested, check it out. Link's going to be in the description box down below. If for some reason you have difficulty accessing it, just email us and reception will help you. But let's talk about how to get people to conform. Let's talk about it, you guys. So this week, I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him. One of my clients, he's been manifesting his specific person. After they broke up a while back, she's been with someone else. So there's a third party. And he's been working with me for quite some time now. And there was a time in between where he wasn't seeing anything push out, right? And I feel like a lot of you go through this. You may see stuff that's the opposite of what you want, or you may not see evidence at all, and maybe you're worried, maybe you're thinking, if there's no evidence now, then it's a done deal. It's not going to happen ever, right? I've been through that too. But like I always say, I always talk about this, things are happening behind the scenes that you don't know. proof, he told me about it recently. In the last few sessions, he was getting so frustrated. He's like, honestly, I feel like giving up because I don't see movement. And I kept keeping him accountable. We kept staying on track. And this is why it's so good to have a coach. You guys, you don't have to. It's not a requirement. But for whenever you feel down and whenever you feel like you're spiraling, or, you know, you've gone a few weeks without thinking in the right like mindset, right? That's why it's so good to have a coach keep you accountable and set you straight, you know? So he tells me this week, after a while of no movement and a lot of doubt from him, he tells me this week that he finds out that third party is gone. They've been fighting like cat and dog, gone. And I want to say something. The reason why third parties even happen, you guys, the reason why you ever even manifest third parties is because you felt not chosen, but it didn't the third party didn't manifest right away after you not feeling chosen. You felt not chosen for quite some time. It looks like this first. Maybe you're in the relationship with the person, maybe you're not in the relationship with the person. But if you were in a relationship with this person and you manifested a third party in, this is how it starts. It's not right away. It's first arguments, disagreements, fights. Maybe you start feeling insecure after the arguments and disagreements. Maybe you start feeling like this person's slipping through your fingers. Maybe you don't feel confident enough that the relationship will work out. So that momentum continues and continues until there's an actual person projecting you not being chosen. So first, you may not feel chosen from the arguments and fights. Then you may not feel chosen from the lack of confidence within. So it goes like it builds up, and then what's the most like potent thing that's gonna make you feel not chosen? That's a third party. And I know because I went through this. And every time I reverse engineered this, I literally realized that it didn't start from me just thinking, oh, what if someone else comes along and takes away my person? It wasn't ever like that. It was a slow decline of confidence and a decline in just a lot of disagreements, a lot of arguments, a lot of you feeling like maybe this person doesn't want to talk to me. Maybe this person doesn't think I'm attractive. Maybe, oh, this fight, they said something in this fight that triggered me. And now I'm spiraling and I'm not coming back from the spiral fast enough. Like it's taking me days and weeks. And it's a buildup, right? So just like in his situation, it built up. He had those fears and doubts, and it played out. Like when he was not with this person, he had the fears and doubts enough, and the third party played out. But now third party left because he's dominantly with me been working on changing those dominant thoughts and beliefs and fears, right? So the third party in his situation and his SP conformed both to match, separate, and now they're going to be together. And it's going to be very interesting. I don't want to share too much because there's still things that are going to happen in between, like holidays and stuff. So it's going to be a juicy one when I get that full email. But remember this video, because when I do share it, I'm going to be like, you guys remember back in October? You never know how fast it'll come, that success story. So if you're watching, Mr., I'm so proud of you. I'm so freaking proud of you. Keep going. And I'm so excited to hear how amazing this unfolds for you. I'm going to share another success story, you guys. It's going to be about money, but we're still talking about conforming, okay? Now, for a while, this client of mine wasn't seeing evidence, right? And this happens so often. You don't know if the other person's conforming. You don't know if the third party's leaving, right? We are in this middle sometimes that we're so used to validation from our outside reality that when we don't get it, it drives us crazy. It drives us crazy. We are evidence-based humans in this physical reality. Your whole life, you have been evidence-based. Oh, you do something, you get the response, you know what's going to happen. You plan something, you get the response, you know what's going to happen, right? Like you click on something, you watch it, you know what's going to happen. It's there. Like there's no like wondering in the middle, right? Sometimes there is, like if there's a waiting period for something, but most of the time it's like quick cause and effects is what we're used to. Now, take the quick response person and make them trust in the unseen. That's where the feelings of doubt come in within us, because we're taking our old selves, which always gets a validation from the outside, and now you're saying, change your thoughts, change your assumptions, work on yourself, do this routine, right? And you may have some time in between where there's no movement, there's no peep, there's no evidence. And in that moment, that is a crucial moment. A lot of people fall back into the old version of themselves, and they don't continue. They fall back into a spiral, and it takes them so long to get out of a spiral that it feels like you're back at square one. When whatever you're manifesting, if you're manifesting someone to conform, if you're manifesting a third person to leave, if you're manifesting more money from your boss, if you're manifesting different behavior from your family, in that in that middle where you may not see and everything is happening in the unseen and you don't have trust and you fall back into disbelief, those are the moments that get a lot of people. That's why it's so important to stay on a routine. It's so important. Like if you're thinking of investing in a coach, it doesn't even have to be me, it doesn't matter. Like it's good to stay accountable. If you can keep yourself accountable by yourself, by all means, even better. But if you need a course to keep yourself accountable, if you need coaching to keep yourself accountable, if you need these videos, go for it. Because another client I was talking to today, she was like, Ani, I didn't see you for a few weeks. And she's like, I could feel myself falling back to the old way of thinking because it's just so much more safe to feel like everything is just happening to me and not through me, right? And I said, listen, you never have to get coaching, you never have to get, but it's always an investment, because just like in fitness, just like in, training, whatever, the old you, how should I explain this? Self-sabotage and wanting to go back to your old mindset where people are separate from you and they can't conform to you feels very addicting, because you've done that for all your life. So it's kind of like an addiction. You're addicted to your old thoughts, you're addicted to your old behaviors, you're addicted to your old reactions. So if you go long enough in not changing your reactions, your perspective on someone, you stay in the old ways that didn't serve you. Your old perspectives about these people you're trying to make conform, you're trying to conform, your old perspective never served you. That's why you're here, you're watching the video, you're looking for a change. Old perspectives didn't make any changes. So now you must apply the new perspectives, and you need discipline applying the new perspectives. You need accountability. You need to stay responsible. A lot of you forget that you are responsible for the way this person shows up. yes, maybe you never wanted them to show up this way. You weren't walking around thinking, oh, this person's going to treat me like crap, right? But your reactions to certain behaviors in them, your thoughts about certain behaviors, your assumptions about, hey, this person will never change. This person always wants to give me a hard time. This person never will choose me. They're going to always go choose someone else. Those weren't on check when you didn't know about your thoughts creating. When you didn't know you can make people conform to you, you weren't checking your thoughts and your emotions and your reactions. Now that you know, now that needs to be your number one priority. I have, and this applies to me as well. Even though I knew everything I had to do, I needed to stay consistent. Even though I saw evidence of making the changes got me results, even though I saw that, my old self would try to reel me back in and, no, maybe this person isn't going to give you what you want. Maybe people don't conform to you. Maybe you're not that powerful. It's so much more comfortable to stay in the old story. Why are you changing anything? Like, just, it's so much easier, right? Or some of us think, oh, just move on to a new person. It'll be easier. Yes, it'll be easier if you move on to a new person and they may conform faster to you because you don't have a history with them. But I 100% guarantee if you don't change your perspective or the way you see people or the way you react to people, if you don't change that within, you're going to manifest the same situation with a new person. It'll be great in the beginning, but because you don't know how to navigate yourself within, you're going to manifest the same old thing, different person. I've seen that so much in coaching thousands of people. I've literally had clients come to me and say, I don't want to manifest my old SP. It's just too traumatic, which is fine. Like, you're not obligated to recreate people. You don't want to, you don't want to. If it's easier to manifest someone else because you don't have a history with them, if that's your choice, that's your choice. That's completely fine. But you are the common denominator when it comes to making people conform. You're the common denominator. Don't always point the finger that the old SP was the issue. You as the reactor you as the creator with your reactions are creating the future behavior of this person. I'm going to say it again. You're a creator, but with your reactions or lack of, you create the person to show up either the same way continuously or differently. Okay? And I teach a lot of calming down the inner world. And the EFT course that I just made is a huge benefit when it comes to you calming the inner world down. Because have you ever noticed people conform to you not even so much when you're trying so hard to get them, but when you actually calm down, all of a sudden they call. Or when you actually switch your focus, you go distract yourself, you're doing something else, you're out with your friends, you're completely not even thinking about your SP, all of a sudden you get news from SP, or you get the call from SP, or you get the text from SP, or you were thinking of someone and they called you. You know why that is? That happens so easily and effortlessly when you're calm inside, because you have lowered the volume of resistance within. You've probably also noticed things conform to you when, like, for example, you want a change in anything. It could be in money, it could be in family, it could be in anything. And you didn't even do a lot of affirmations about it, let's say. You didn't really do techniques about it. You didn't do affirmations about it, but you stayed calm for a short, even if it's a short amount of time. You thought about it, you let it go, you stayed calm, you went and did something else, and then boom, the money came in, the call came in, the relationship came in, whatever, right? Oh, and this is while you didn't even do a lot of work about it, right? I have so many clients like that are like, Ani, I manifested a pink and purple car. They thought about a pink and purple car. They intended to see a pink and purple car, and then they let it go. They went and did something else, and all of a sudden the pink and purple car came. Were they doing homework about this pink and purple car? Were they doing such like thousands of techniques throughout the day to see a pink and purple car? No, they weren't. They lowered the resistance unintentionally, but you can intentionally lower resistance within and manifest the big breakthroughs. You know, my client that I was talking about earlier, he was literally like waiting for that news to happen, but for a while he wasn't getting any movement, and it was discouraging him so much. The moment he literally brought the focus back onto him and his peace was the priority, it came in. So I teach that when you book a coaching session with me, that's what we work on. We work on how you have peaceful days, literally, without being anxious, without being panicked, without being worried every day about where is this manifestation? When is it going to come? How do I manipulate the situation to get it? We work on that. And I'm just so proud of you guys. Literally the last few weeks, I'm talking consecutively every single morning. I wake up to multiple success stories, and I'm proud of you guys for staying consistent and applying it. So if you want people to conform, understand that they conform to your focus. So if you're focused and you're obsessing over something, it will not obsess over you. It's not like that. So I know we say everyone's you pushed out and everything is our mirror, right? But it's a mirror to our focus. So let's say you're obsessing over someone, yeah? They're not going to be like over there, okay, if she's obsessing over me, I'm going to obsess over her or him, right? They don't think that way. Obsession is a frequency of lack. They feel that lack frequency. And it doesn't boomerang back into obsessing over you. It boomerangs back into your frequency is not attractive right now, so I don't want to come in. You focusing on you putting yourself on the pedestal, you focusing on the actual desired version of yourself, the desired version of this relationship, the desired behaviors this person can show you. That focus then boomerangs back onto their subconscious mind. Their subconscious mind creates an instinctual reaction for them to push it back onto you. They feel like they got to come and be with you. They feel like they got to come and show you evidence. Or they got to make a change in their reality to match what you've been thinking about. Because this is your computer. This is the motherboard. Everything else is connected through Wi-Fi to this. There's one motherboard. That's the word, right? Motherboard. There's one of this. There's many wires connected to this, but there's one of this. In your reality, in your bubble, this motherboard is yours. You call the shots. So whatever you're focusing on with your mind, with your subconscious mind, with your conscious mind, with your awake hours and your sleeping hours, whatever it is that you're focusing on, the focus will be mirrored back onto you. So if you're focused on your specific person and you're obsessing over them, the obsession is not what they mirror back. They mirror back the lack that you're putting out. So please keep that in mind. Also, one other thing when you're trying to make someone conform is you need to understand they are not separate than you. I told one of my clients today, because she was talking as if her person was like, they're the bad guy, they're the bad guy, they're the bad guy, they're the bad guy. Yes, maybe they did bad things, maybe they hurt you. I understand. When you're feeling pain and resentment, it feels like that other person did everything. But you have to understand they are literally connected to your thoughts. So if you have low expectations of someone, and if you feel someone's going to continuously disappoint you, They will be the bad guy in your reality and continuously disappoint you. Why? Because it's your reality. You push out the focus. And if you push out the focus, your focus is the command. That's why you become so highly magnetic and attractive, and you become like, people are so drawn to you when you're doing you. Let's be real. Like, tell me in the comments, you guys, even when you didn't know about manifestation, every single time you did you, something happened in your favor. Every single time you finally decided and you were like, I'm sick of feeling this way. I'm sick of feeling this way. I don't want to feel this way anymore. Every time you prioritize your peace of mind over anything else, all of a sudden, all those people started conforming to you. But your job now is to keep consistent with that. I'm not going to let you be inconsistent with that. So you know what to do, but are you consistent with it? That's the number one problem. That's the number one problem, is the consistency. You know all this knowledge. You probably watched 15,000 manifestation videos. Are you applying it every day consistently? I'm talking to you. I'm going to keep you guys accountable, even on this YouTube channel. You know the truth. You can lie to whoever you want to lie. You cannot lie to your subconscious mind. You're not consistent. Your subconscious mind is wavering. You're hot and cold. Your subconscious mind is pushing out hot and cold. What else do you expect? What do you expect? You cannot lie to your subconscious mind. I know a lot of people are like, okay, I'm going to focus on me. So I get my manifestation. I get my SP. I'm going to focus on me. But your intention, if your intention is, I'm only going to focus on myself, and I'm only going to put me first, and I'm only going to act like I choose me and I'm chosen because it's going to get my specific person, the intention is wrong. The frequency is wrong. You cannot lie to your subconscious mind. I don't care how many affirmations you do. Sit down and do 1,000 affirmations. If your intention is, I'm only going to do these affirmations to get my specific person, and then the moment I get them, I'm not going to do it because I'm just trying to reel them in right now. You cannot maintain the manifestation that way. How do I know this? I've gone through this. How do I know this? I manifested third parties while I was doing it. How do I know this? Thousands and thousands of people have success because of me, because of they're following what I say. Because I was my worst client, me. Because I know my stubbornness, and I know that I can make any excuse in the book for myself, right? So I had to be so honest and true to myself and actually stop that self-sabotage. So I felt it on my own skin, the hard work. I saw that it's not really hard work. It's literally just staying consistent. And it paid off. And it paid off, and it changed my whole life, literally. So I know how to help you. But you got to stay consistent. Even if it's not me. Even if you're not coaching with me. Even if you're not coaching with anyone and you're just watching these videos, you got to stay consistent, because people will not conform to you if you're halfway. They will, maybe hot and cold behavior, and then you're going to get frustrated because they're hot and cold. Now you're going to spiral because they're hot and cold. Consistency will not allow anything to be hot and cold, because as within, so without. As above, so below. As within, so without. As within, so without. As within, so without. Okay. Let me read this money success I received. I know a lot of you guys are like, I want money to conform to me, right? So I'm going to read this. This was a course client of mine. She took the Money and Abundance course now, Manifest Money and Abundance course now. If you guys need any of the new courses, my EFT course, money course, like, You guys, my clients, the ones taking the money courses, crazy. Like I had a client manifested over 120,000. I had another manifest like over 500,000 euros. Like crazy, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Like do not feel limited. You are not limited. You literally can manifest a few $100,000. Speaking of money in abundance, I manifested this recently. I wanted to show you guys. I always show you guys, like, I don't know if you can see it. I always show you guys my jackpot wins and stuff like that. But I actually manifest like jewelry, nice everything, house. Like, don't think it's just jackpots. Like, I'm not going to be teaching you to only win jackpots because that's not the only way money in abundance works. You know, maybe you don't want to go hit a jackpot. Maybe you want to manifest a freaking few $1 million of inheritance or a $1 billion lottery ticket, right? So, all right, you guys. She wrote, "Hi CYF, I've been having so much success these 3 weeks from watching Ani's videos and her money course. I started going to more luxurious restaurants and venues. Others pay for me whenever we go out. Perk, another perk. I get offered things for free. And whenever I shop, I receive discounts and I wasn't even aware about it, and I'm receiving discounts. My main success is that I have been affirming for $6,000 so I can buy my first car, and I received that from a friend today. Another person conformed to her because she's been doing the work within. Friend conformed to give her $6,000. Did she know where she's going to get the 6,000? No. Someone had to conform, right? Growing up, my mom taught me about the law of attraction and always manifested money and gifts as a child, but with time, I forgot about my power to manifest. Thank you, Ani, for your course and reminding me that I am here to live my best life. I love you. I can't wait to book my first session with you." Oh, she includes affirmations, you guys, that she's been using. I believe some of these affirmations are also in my money and abundance course, and much more are included in there. Here are the affirmations I've been using. Abundance is energy that flows into my life easily and effortlessly. I can afford everything I desire and still have more money. I appreciate the luxuries in life and easily afford them. The more I enjoy life, the more money I make. I work less and get paid more. That's one from the course. I am grateful for the time I have to enjoy my life. I am always supported by abundance. Everything in my life is working in my favor. Since I started affirming, I work less and I get paid more. That's the one from the course. I love that one. So many of my clients, you guys, have used that one, and crazy things have been happening. My hours at work have been cut, but I have been receiving more money from others and better experiences and more time to enjoy myself. I don't think this is an affirmation that would backfire on anyone and resulting on their hours being cut. I just never believed in working, LOL, so working less and having more money has always made sense to me. Don't we all want to work less and get paid more? That was a dream I had. Literally. I was into such hustle culture, right? I was a hustler, you guys. Like my mom would always joke around and be like, "You're the man of the house. You're the man out of all my kids. You're the manliest one." Like, cause old school, they affiliate bringing home the bacon was the man would bring home the bacon, right? And she would always joke around and she would be like, "You're my little hustler. Like, you don't stop." And everyone would view me that way. Anything I did, anywhere I worked, overachiever. I always figured out ways of how to get more. Like, we got to figure this out. We got to, you know, like, do more, put more in, put more hours in. The more we put in, the more successful it's going to be. So into hustle culture. And I'm telling you right now, you do not need to hustle for money. If you're someone that believes in that truly, 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 and you don't want to change that assumption, that's a different story. But money doesn't have to come with hard work. Everywhere, you guys, I'm literally telling you, if you've been a viewer, you know, I share this so much. I don't even share half the stuff I have experienced on the channel. I will. I just need to put in more time to share all those experiences. But literally, you guys, because I did the work internally, and I tell my clients to do this, and they do it and they see results. I have clients making from every like range, right? I have clients making $500 a day. I have clients making $10,000 a day. I have clients making $100,000 a month. I have clients making millions, because we work together on their money, their limiting beliefs in money and abundance. And they went from wanting to not work 40, 80 hours, 9 to 5s, to becoming entrepreneur. Now they're making millions. You are limitless. You are limitless. She only did the course for 3 weeks. The money course. She only did it for 3 weeks. And she got her 6,000. Everywhere she goes, she's taken care of. Everyone's paying for her. She's getting discounts left and right. Like, it literally does not take long to change the inner world, to start it, for it to start making everyone and everything conform to you. When I go to Vegas, right? Vegas is somewhere I go very often. It's just my vibe. The old school glam Rat Pack vibe is my vibe. I am taken care of as if I'm some, like, I don't know, billionaire. Like, they take care of me that well, not because I play. You have to understand, I have explained this in many of my conforming videos and many of my money and abundance videos. Yes, when you go, or you're like signed up to some points or players clubs or whatever, right? Yes, you have to fulfill certain requirements to get certain perks, right? But I manifest the perks without fulfilling that. That's the whole point. Like, if you got to do everything through manipulation out in the 3D, that's not manifestation. But the fact that you can be treated literally like royalty, like the royalty you actually are. You are a god. Like, let's not forget that, please, right? But to start actually seeing the evidence of you are God, you can be wined and dined in the 5-star hotels and restaurants, Michelin's. Like, literally this year, I was like, you know, I want to be picked up in a Rolls Royce at the airport, and I want to be dropped off in a Rolls Royce when we go on our jet flight. Like, that's how I want to live. Like, driver, chauffeur, jet flights everywhere. Like, and it's done and it's taken care of. And this was something I never imagined. This was something I thought, like, I have to, you know, work so hard for, put in a lot of time for those experiences. And that's not how manifestation works. You are born a god. You are born a manifester. You are born with limitless experiences. But until you don't change this, until you don't, the within doesn't change, the without will not change. Okay? Things I want you to take from this video, you guys, is challenge. Challenge for the next month, let's say, okay? Brand new month. It's the beginning, this is the first week of the new month. My favorite season. Fall is approaching us. Fall is approaching. I can't wait for the trees to turn different colors and it to get super cold because I'm so done with this freaking hot weather. You can't imagine. Challenge for the next month. But I'm going to check up on you next Friday and I'm going to see those comments, what breakthroughs you've been having, even in the next week. Okay. Challenge is this. Nonstop, you're going to check in on yourself with where your perspective is. Are the person you're trying to make the person you're trying to conform, like they're going to conform to you, that person that you have in mind that you're trying to make conform to you. Do you keep wavering and do you keep pointing the finger at them? They're the problem. They did this. They did that. Or do you keep coming back within, understanding that you're the motherboard, you're the main computer here. It's all connected to you. All the wires of all these people are connected to you. All the thought transmissions happen from your brain into theirs, not the other way around. That's something I want you to check on 24/7 going forward until I see you again next Friday. Another thing I want you to do is make the decision that you are not going to react in the same way that you have been all this time, because reacting in the same way will give you same results, and we don't want that. You've been reacting and expecting and assuming the same thing of these people that you've already created in their mind, in your mind. Oh, maybe this person's a jerk. Maybe they're a narcissist. Maybe they're just gonna keep choosing other people. You have that in your head so much because you never really changed the story and stayed consistent with it. That's what keeps showing up. So we're going to change that. That's another part of the challenge. Okay. And third thing we're going to do, just like my successful client did, he's manifesting his SP. There was a third party. He finally got rid of the third party because of course he's going to get rid of the third party because his end goal is to be with his specific person, which is her. So there was a time frame of no movement. He stuck through it no matter what. Find someone to keep you accountable if you can't keep yourself accountable. A friend, a coach, whatever, a course, whatever it is. Stay accountable, stay persistent, stay consistent. Because he did, and he got proof finally that all that doubt and worry in between where there was no movement and no evidence was actually working in his favor. I love you guys so much. Let's make this October the month of our consistency. Let's keep our promises to ourselves. Every time you make a promise to yourself, every time you decide you're going to do something, follow through with it because you're teaching others you come first when you do that. That's what we're going to do. Okay? And I want to hear you guys traveling the world, working less, getting paid more. I want to hear more thousands and thousands of dollars coming your way. I want to hear you guys winning the lottery. You guys are limitless. Let's go. Let's go. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Happy October. Let's do this. If you're ready, comment down below. I'm ready. Let's go. We're doing this. Okay? I love you guys. If you're interested in any of the courses, links are going to be in the description box down below. The new EFT course has helped so many people. Like a lot of people would just literally sign up to do coaching with me, just to do EFT with me. Now it's in a course. Now it's in a course, guys. Love you. Have a happy, happy, happy weekend. I intend all of you have amazing breakthroughs this weekend. And like I've been getting all these success stories daily from you guys, I'm going to keep getting them from all of you. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Happy Friday. Love you. Bye.